Okay, so I've been thinking about this and my brain is just absolutely melting right now. Like, I cannot stop thinking about The Bold and the Beautiful and how they handle family dynamics. But then I look at what just happened on General Hospital and it's like, wait, are the writers of GH secretly watching B and B and taking notes on how to make the most messed up family trees possible? Because what just went down at Jen Sidwell's dinner party is literally insane. Like, I'm typing this at 3 a.m. and I feel like I need a whiteboard with red string to connect all these dots. I was trying to be smart about analyzing Jen Sidwell's motivations for this Windermere bash, but my brain is just stuck on the Michael and Jacinda thing. It's weird. Like, really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Okay, wait, let me back up. Actually, no, first I should mention the whole setup for this party because it matters. Jen Sidwell, who is basically just a walking red flag at this point, Wright decides he wants to host this massive dinner party at Windermere to unite the families of Lucas Jones and Marco Rios. Which, side note, is already a recipe for disaster, because Marco is literally stealing Britt Westbourne's Huntington's meds and Pascal is on to him. But whatever, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. The point is, Sidwell throws this party and everyone is there. Ava Lucy, probably half of Port Charles. And Carly is there. Carly, who has been hiding fugitive Valentine Cassadine, is just casually attending this dinner party. I mean, not exactly casually, but kind of. She helped Sidwell plan the bash, which is just... Why? Why is Carly involved in this? Anyway, the point is... Wait, what was the point? Oh, right, the uninvited guest. So, the party is happening, the tension is already thick enough to cut with a knife, and suddenly this uninvited guest shows up. I think it was right before dessert, or maybe during the main course, somewhere around there. And they play this top-secret audio recording, just blasted over the sound system for the entire hall to hear. And it's Carly's voice. Horace panicked, admitting, and I am still screaming about this, that she is Jacinda Bracken's biological mother. Let that sink in. Carly is Jacinda's mom. But then again, that doesn't explain why she never mentioned her before. I mean, Carly has had so many secret kids and dramatic reveals, but this is next level. And the reason it's next level is because of Michael. Oh my god, Michael. Okay, let me backtrack again because we need to talk about the Gatehouse incident. Just a few days ago, I think it was the March 23rd episode, Olivia Quartermain, who is always in everyone's business, bless her, but seriously, walks into the Quartermain Gatehouse and catches Michael and Jacinda completely naked. Like zero clothes. In the middle of the day, or maybe the evening, I don't know. And Olivia freaks out because little Leo or Wiley could have walked in. And then Michael gets all defensive with Tracy Quartermain, pleading his case that Jacinda is a good person and won't hurt his kids. He was literally fighting his entire family to defend his right to sleep with Jacinda. And now we find out they are brother and sister. Half brother and sister, technically. Or maybe not. I don't know. Wait, if Carly is Jacinda's mom and Carly is Michael's mom? Yes, they are maternal half-siblings. They have been sleeping together. This is what I meant about The Bold and the Beautiful. This is some straight-up B&B, Ridge and Bridget, or Hope and Thomas, or whatever twisted, incestuous, adjacent storyline they pull over there. Except this is actual biological incest. They are related by blood, and they've been going at it at the Gatehouse. I am just trying to imagine the psychological horror going through Michael Corinthos' brain in that exact moment at the party. The recording plays. The entire hall goes dead silent. You could probably hear a pin drop. And Michael is just standing there. He is staring at his mother in absolute disgust. But, like, it has to be more than that, right? It's not just disgust at Carly for lying. It's the sudden, violent realization of what he has been doing with his own sister. It's weird. Like, really weird. I know I just said that, but I have to repeat it because my brain cannot process the grossness of it. Michael and Jacinda. Jacinda and Michael. When she was confiding in him about her past, was she giving hints? Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed she was being super vague about her family history. Did she know? No, she couldn't have known. Her reaction at the party proves she didn't know because Jacinda just completely collapsed. She broke down crying, covered her face, and ran out of the mansion. Which honestly is the only valid reaction to finding out you've been sleeping with your brother. I mean, what else do? You run You run into the night, and you probably need years of intense therapy. I wonder if Kevin Collins is taking new patients because Jacinda's going to need a daily session for the rest of her life. But let's go back to Michael's reaction, because this is the part that I keep overanalyzing. Michael didn't just stand there crying. He got violent. He literally charged forward and smashed the sound system to pieces. Which is such a Corinthos reaction, right? Like, the Sonny in him just jumped out. He breaks the equipment to stop the recording, but the damage is already done. Everyone heard it. Jen Sidwell heard it. Lucas heard it. Marco heard it. And then Michael screams in Carly's face. He tells her that from this moment on, she has lost a son. He completely disowns her right there in the middle of Jen Sidwell's weird, creepy castle party. And, like, on one hand, I get it. Your mom kept a secret that led to you sleeping with your sister. That is unforgivable. But on the other hand, wait, is it Carly's fault they slept together? I mean, she didn't know they were hooking up, did she? Actually, maybe she did. If she knew they were dating, why didn't she stop it? Oh my god, wait. Did Carly know? If Carly knew Michael was dating Jacinda and she knew Jacinda was her daughter, she let them sleep together. Or maybe she didn't know they were that serious. But Olivia caught them naked. The whole Quartermaine mansion was bickering about it. Tracy was involved. There is no way Carly didn't hear the gossip. So Carly either knew and stayed quiet out of some twisted fear of her secret coming out, or she was completely oblivious. Knowing Carly, she probably justified it in her head somehow. Oh, they're just friends. No, Carly, they were naked in the gatehouse? What was I saying? Oh right, the B&B comparison. Seriously, whenever I watch The Bold and the Beautiful, I expect this kind of stuff. I expect people to accidentally sleep with their relatives or step-relatives because there are only like 5 families in Los Angeles and they all share the same living room. But General Hospital usually spaces out their secret children better. They usually give us a dramatic DNA test before anyone takes their clothes off. I am just so stressed out for Michael. Like, the guy has been through so much. He was in a coma, he was in prison, he had the whole Nella Benson nightmare, the Willow cancer storyline, and now this. How do you even look at a woman again after this? Every time he goes on a date, he's going to have to ask for a 2, 3, and me test. Hi, nice to meet you. Before we order appetizers, can I just swab your cheek to make sure my mom didn't secretly give birth to you in the 90s? And what about Wiley? Wiley already has the most confusing family tree in the world. His biological mom is Nellie, his adoptive mom is Willow, his dad is Michael, and now his dad's ex-girlfriend is also his aunt. I mean, technically his aunt. It's just too much. I'm trying to map this out and my head hurts. Okay, I know I just said the opposite earlier about Carly, maybe not knowing, but hear me out. What if Carly was the one who set Jacinda up to come to Port Charles? What if this was all some convoluted plan to keep an eye on her secret? Daughter, but it backfired spectacularly. But then again, that doesn't explain why the uninvited guest had a recording. Who made the recording? Was it Jack Brennan? Brennan has been grilling Cullum about the 5 poppies. Maybe he bugged Carly's house. Or maybe it was Valentine. Valentine is hiding out with Carly. Maybe he recorded her confessing in a moment of vulnerability and someone stole the tape. I think it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere around there, where Valentine was asking Carly all those deep questions. Was that the beginning of something or the end of everything? Maybe Carly confessed to Valentine about Jacinda during one of those late night talks, and somehow the recording got into the hands of Jen Sidwell, or one of his goons. Because Sidwell loves chaos. He's literally drugging Drew Kane with a paralytic just for funsies. So, exposing Carly's incest-adjacent secret at his own dinner party seems totally on brand for him. It's just... I can't. I literally can't. Jacinda running out of the room crying is going to haunt me. Where does she even go? Does she leave Port Charles? Does she go to the bridge and stare dramatically into the water like everyone does on this show? And Michael smashing the speaker. It's such a visceral reaction. He didn't just yell, he destroyed the thing that was projecting the truth. It's so symbolic, right? Like he's trying to physically smash the reality of what he did. Okay, wait, I need to talk more about Tracy Quartermaine's role in all of this. Because remember, when Michael was defending himself to Tracy, he actually looked remorseful, but he was defending his choice. He said something like, if I've failed at doing that, things need to change. He was talking about protecting his kids. And Tracy was probably sitting there judging him, thinking Jacinda wasn't good enough for the Quartermain family. But now, Tracy is going to have an absolute field day with this. Can you imagine the Quartermain family breakfast tomorrow? Tracy is going to be brutal. She'll probably order all the gatehouse furniture to be burned. Honestly, she'd be right to do it. You can't just casually sanitize a couch after an incestuous affair. You have to incinerate it. And what about Sonny? Sonny Corinthos is currently dealing with Jason leaving for Canada, the whole Ross Cullum sniper situation, and hiring Rick Lansing. But when Sonny finds out that Carly, his ex-wife, the mother of his children, hit a daughter, and that said, daughter was sleeping with their son Sonny, might actually have a heart attack. He's going to throw a barware glass against the wall so hard the entire penthouse will shake. Sonny is all about family, but this is taking the concept of keeping it in the family way too far. I just keep picturing the dinner party guests. Ava Jerome was there. Ava hates Carly. Ava must have been standing there with a glass of champagne, trying not to let her jaw hit the floor, but secretly, absolutely living for the drama. Ava probably wanted to applaud. And Lucy Coe. Lucy is always so dramatic anyway, she probably fainted or gasped so loudly it echoed off the Windermere walls. This is the kind of public humiliation that Carly rarely faces. Carly usually gets away with everything. She schemes, she lies, she covers up, and somehow she always lands on her feet. But you can't spin this. You cannot PR your way out of your son sleeping with your secret daughter. Let's analyze Carly's psychology for a second. Why keep Jacinda a secret? Carly came to Port Charles decades ago pretending to be Bobby Spencer's friend just to steal her husband and reveal she was her daughter. Carly knows the pain of being a secret child. She knows the trauma it causes. So for her to inflict that exact same trauma on Jacinda, it's hypocritical. I mean, not exactly, but kind of. Actually, it's incredibly hypocritical. Carly is always screaming at everyone else for keeping secrets. She screamed at Nina for keeping Sonny a secret in Nixon Falls. She screamed at everyone about everything. And here she is holding on to a secret so massive, it literally destroyed her son's psychological well-being. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Carly had a good reason. Maybe Jacinda's father is someone dangerous. Wait, who is Jacinda's father? If Carly is the mom, who is the dad? Is it John Durant? Is it someone from her time in Florida before she came to Port Charles? Or did she have Jacinda during one of those times she was off-screen or presumed dead? I'm trying to map out the GH timeline in my head and it's not making sense. But soap timelines never make sense. Soros soap opera rapid aging syndrome is a real thing. Jacinda is an adult. Carly would have had to have her when she was a teenager, maybe even before she had Michael with a J. Quartermain.